Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Nirmal Bangami. Valdadia, we have with us Ria Singh, technical analyst, currencies joining in. Welcome to the show, Ria. My first question coming to you right now is overall, uh, the way the yields have been falling, especially on the 10-year government bonds, that's something which is having an impact on the Indian rupee as well, and that's put the Indian rupee in the weakest zone. What's the sense that you pick up?
Hello, Hiral. This week we are seeing some weakness in the rupee, and it did give a boost above 74. So I think the major reason behind rupee getting weak is probably a stronger greenback, because we are seeing quite a pullback into the dollar, uh, owing to the stretch of stimulus package and such. And there has been slight of the risk sentiment growing in the domestic market as well for India right now. So I think this is what fueling in the weakness into the rupee. As far as government bond is concerned, I think the minutes that was released on Friday is what is pushing the yields lower, because if you look at the monetary policy minutes, the statements that did show that there is an inflation harm that is there. And the RBI is still dovish about overall scenario on the economic recovery, and is stating that it might require more support in order to get the economy back on track. So the outlook for the economy is still bleak as far as central bank is concerned, and the GDP and the various forecasts that they have released is not looking good either. So I think this is also is what playing a major role into the bond yields and into the rupee right now, because they have assured that there will be an excessive debt supply this year. So there will be more OMOs that will be conducted. There will be more infusion of liquidity that will be done. So this can, this will push the yields lower, and there will be some weakness that will come into the rupee going forward.
Right. With this, Ria, if you see, with regards to the 10-year, with regards to the bond deals in the US as well, we are
Right.
seeing a steep curve right now, but last couple of days it's been slightly flat. Now, all eyes are with regards to where the US stimulus package is concerned, and along with that, we're just 8 days away from the US elections as well. Uh, what again is the kind of impact that you're seeing on that front, and in turn, how do you see the dollar index performing? Because again, after being sluggish for the entire month, you are seeing the dollar index which is gaining strength.
Right. So I think the two major factors revolving around the whole dollar index performance right now is the election and uh, the uh, the investors hope with respect to the relief package right now. If there is a relief package and it comes before the election, so this could push the dollar quite down, and we can see some bounce back in the Asian currencies. But as far as the development that has gone forward, I think they are still quite attempting to reconcile the differences between the parties, and come to a decision with respect to the relief package. So the stretching this decision, I think if the decision is not taken in this week, it will be probably pushed over after elections, which is another scenario altogether, because it probably depend on who is winning the presidential election. Trump, Biden, the scales are pushing towards the Biden. So I think it's more of a wait and watch game if the package comes after the elections, and what is the outcome of the elections right now.
Right. Apart from this, another aspect that we are watching out for is with regards to where Brexit goes. That's something which is causing uncertainty as well and having an impact on the pound as well as the euro. If you see the pound, it's continued to slip against the dollar and the euro as well. What's the sense that you pick up?
I think the decline into the pound right now is due to a large and broad risk of that is pertaining when it comes to the UK altogether. There is a Brexit. There is, you know, there is overall UK numbers that the government is posting with respect to the economic developments. I think this is what pushing the pound's decline right now. Though there is there is a statement. Release that there is some optimism about the signing of a deal, but the risk appetite have certainly outweighed the positive signals that is coming from the Brexit negotiations right now. So if they have not yet, achieved a deal right now. They have not come to a common ground right now, and it is probably there will be some statement that will be released later today in the evening IST, and probably the discussions will be continued till October 28th. So after October 28th, we might get some news on the development of the Brexit. But whatever the headlines the development is making right now, it is not playing good as far as pound is concerned. So I think we will continue to see decline in the pound in the coming sessions as well.
Right. And what are the strategies that you would want to recommend?
I think rupee can recover some of its losses, and we can definitely sell rupee in future below 73.78 for the target of 73.60, 73.50 with the stop loss of 73.95, because we are seeing some profit taking today, and I think 73.50 is what the range that it will maintain. 74.20, 73.50 is the range that I am looking forward into the coming sessions. It has moved above the previous consolidation range. So I think 73.20, 73.50 is the range that it will play in the coming session. So we can definitely sell rupee below 73.78 for the target of 73.60, 73.50 with the stop loss at 73.95, 74. The next strategy that they can probably follow will be also going bearish sentiment as far as option is concerned. If there is a weak open into the rupee in tomorrow's session as well, one can definitely buy 73.50 put of the rupee monthly expiry. Of course, November 25th, the monthly expiry into the rupee 73.50 put is what they can go for. Uh, the other two strategies that one can follow is going short into into euro and pound as well. For euro, you can go short below 87.18 for the target of 87.05, 86.78 with the stop loss at 87.30. For pound, you can go short below 96.08 for the target of 95.85, 95.70 with the stop loss at 96.20.
Right. Thank you, Ria, so much for sharing those strategies with us as well in today's day of trade. In fact, we will hope to see you back again on Thursday with more strategies. Thank you, participants, for being a part of the show as well.